this manner, Lord, if you truly love me, then take away this pain, sufferings from me. My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, in our daily lives, we ask the Lord to do wonders. We ask Him to do miracles. We ask the Lord to do impossible things possible. We ask various signs as if only they would confirm our faith in the triune God to be our Lord. Many times we have prayed to the Lord in this manner, Lord, if you truly love me, then take away this pain, sufferings from me. If you are real God, then make this difficult work an easy one. And as students, we have prayed, God, please let this question paper be an easy one. And also we have prayed, God, may I get good marks in my exam. Sometimes this kind of prayer with our God becomes a demand like a thing. Many times we have received certain messages in WhatsApp, in our inboxes, saying, if you send this message or this image to 10 people or to 50 people, God will bless you. Otherwise, you would face difficulties in your life. And we have forwarded these messages to the people who are in our contact list. Thus, we have put the Lord to test and believed in such messages blindly. These are few ways where we try to test the existence of God. We try to test the love of God and want to see the signs. St. Paul, writing to Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 22 says, the Jews demand signs. It was characteristic of Jews that they asked signs and wonders from those who claimed to be messengers of God. They looked for some extraordinary things to happen in front of their eyes. They desired to see God in the abnormal. They forgot that God is with us, very close to us. They never imagined God shows Himself to us in our ordinary things of everyday life. Pharisees and scribes during the time of Jesus had seen many miracles, healings, and impossible things which Jesus made possible. Still, they had no conviction that Jesus is the true God. They had not accepted Him as their Lord. Therefore, in today's Gospel, when they asked Him for a sign, He told them, an evil and adulterous generation seeks for a sign. Here, adulterous is not to be taken literally, but here it means apostate. In the Old Testament, we find the relationship between God and Israel was compared to the relationship between spouses. When Israel went away from the true God and began to go behind strange gods, they became unfaithful and was called adulterous. When they failed to recognize Jesus as true God, He addresses them as adulterous, and He told them, no other sign will be given, but rather He talks of Jonah the prophet and King Solomon. Ninevites were not living a life worthy in God's sight. Lord chooses Jonah and makes him a prophet to present God's thinking to the people of Nineveh. When they heard the message from the prophet's mouth, they repented for their sins. Jonah himself became God's sign, and Jonah's words became God's message for them. Today Jesus is asking each one of us, I am the God's sign. Why are you asking a sign again? As scribes and Pharisees failed to recognize me, have you failed to recognize me? Ninevites recognized God's warning in Jonah. The Queen of Sheba recognized God's wisdom in Solomon. Jesus tells us today, in me the great wisdom has come to you, and a great message has come to you. Why have you become blind to the truth? Why have you become so deaf that you can't hear a warning? Dear friends, let us not look for other signs, because Jesus Himself is God's sign. When we realize Jesus as a sign of God, we will not lose our hope to live here on earth in this disturbing situation. Therefore, dear friends, let us reflect today, what do I think of Christ in my life? Have I accepted Him as the Lord and Master of my life?